Yo, peace was good. Welcome to another hip hop album review. This is part 91. The album that we'll be reviewing today is Xzibit's debut album, At the Speed of Life, released in 1996. I apologize. Usually, you guys know I always usually have the case, but when I moved from New York back in 2002, I lost a lot of my cases. So, but I did have them like in a CD case, but the shell, the CD case, the actual shell, I don't have it anymore. So, but I do have the CD in one of my cases and stuff like that. But enough of that. For those who don't know what Xzibit is, he's an MC from Detroit, Michigan originally, but he's an LA-based MC. You know what I mean? So I really consider him from LA, California. He got his start back in the mid '90s, particularly in 1994. He's known for his affiliation with the Alcoholics, and they had that whole clique, the Liquid Crew. And he was also known for his affiliation with King T, because King T, the Alcoholics, they all had that one little, and that's what formed the Liquid Crew. You know what I mean? I believe the Farah was part of that, but that was later on. But like I said, the Alcoholics, King T, Xzibit, they all together and shit like that. His first appearance on Wax was actually on the Alcoholics' second album, Coast to Coast, which in my opinion is their best album. I don't care, nobody says. I know some of my colleagues think different. They prefer 21 and under. I mean 21 and over, excuse me. I do like both albums, but I would have to say Coast to Coast is my favorite album out of the albums that they put out. But that's a whole different topic. He was actually featured on the song Hit and Run, and then he was also featured on Dilated People's Dilated People's first album. I forgot the name of it. It's called Imagery, Poetically Battle, something political, some shit like that. You guys know what I'm talking about. The unreleased album that came out in '95 that never saw the light of day and probably would never see the light of day. He was actually featured on a song called Going for Broke, which I fucking love the beat. I love that song. I mean, the quality is not that good because it sounds like real cassette quality, but it's definitely on YouTube. Check it on YouTube. I'll post it down in the description box, as well as the song Hit and Run from the Alcoholics album. And then in 1996 he came out with this album, At the Speed of Life. This was released, like I said, in '96. Alright, you guys know how I get down. You know how I get down. I always talk about what singles are in the album, the features and all that stuff, and the singles. There's 3 singles off the album. The first single that came out was Paparazzi. That was the first single. Very good song, by the way. The second single was The Foundation. That was produced by DJ Muggs. Shout out to DJ Muggs, dope producer. And Eyes May Shine, which was the single too. Alright. Producers on the album. Well, let me show you what the album looks like. This is what the album looks like. Apologize. It's old. I bought this, like I said, back in the early 2000s. You see Xzibit chilling his stoop right here. You know what I mean? You see Xzibit with his, this is at the video shoot at the this is a video shoot from the Paparazzi video. Alright, show you guys this. What's cool about this is that it actually shows you the lyrics, you know what I mean, so you can recite the lyrics, which I feel like MCs don't really do anymore. That kind of shit like that kind of shows you that he's really serious about his material. He's really serious about his craft. And I know a lot of people talk shit about Xzibit, like he's known for the Pimp My Ride, but this is way before that. This is before the nigga could spit, you know what I mean? But like I said, you just see this, like the lyrics and all that. You see like pictures of Xzibit right here, getting drunk, and then you see like the twisted pictures of him. You see Xzibit right here drinking a 40 right in front of a motel, and then you see like the shoutouts, the special thanks, and then you see Xzibit in front of I believe that's the 405 freeway. I might be wrong. I'm not from California, but the 405 freeway. Everybody knows about that shit. You know what I'm saying? But yeah. All right. You got our Swollen members playing in the background. All right. Producers on the album. Producers on the album are Craig Sherrod. Don't know Craig Sherrod or Sherrod. Don't know who that is. Tayud Osar, dope producer by the way. He actually what was a famous song he did that he produced? That song I'm a Warrior. That Lloyd Banks song Warrior from his first album The Hunger for More. He did the beat for that. That's the same guy, Tayud Osar. Who else? E Swift of Alcoholics. Craig Sherrod again. Mars, or aka DJ Mars of Cypress Hill Soul Assassin affiliation. E Swift again. Diamond D. Who else? And DJ Pen One. Those are the producers on the album. Features on the album are Hurricane G. Shout out to Hurricane G. Everybody should know who Hurricane G is. She was at one point Eric Sermon's baby mama. But she was also affiliated with Def Squad, stuff like that. She was definitely on a lot of Def Squad songs and stuff like that. A lot of Redman joints, Keith Murray, Eric Sermon himself, and stuff like that. Who else? King T, shout out King T. Definitely one of the most underrated MCs out of the West Coast. He's one of my favorites. Who else? Features. Catastrophe and J-Rule of the Alcoholics. Rascast and Safair. Shout out to both MCs. Dope. And Safair, definitely keep your head up, man. I mean, I hope you get better. Unfortunately, right now, Safair, he actually got like a spine disease where I feel like I think it's uncurable. Or it is curable, but it's just very expensive, and he doesn't really have the money to really get that fixed. So he's just depending on the donations. So hope you get better. And that's pretty much it, man. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Give me 1 second. Alright. Yeah. Alright. You know how I get down. I'm gonna break through some of the songs. Alright. Track 1, the grand opening interlude. The grand opening interlude is just a beat, it's just an instrumental, nothing to it. That was produced by Craig Sherrod. Track 2, At the Speed of Life, actually sets the tone of the album, in my opinion. Very, very dope. It's just like a braggadocious track saying how he's the best and shit like that, you know what I mean? Nothing to it. It's a cool beat, Like in the beginning of the song, like you get a sample of Robert De Niro, talking from the Taxi Driver he uses the Taxi Driver sample, not the music, but like the dialogue, where he says, "Listen, you fuckers, the scum, the bag, all that." You guys know what I'm trying to say. Well, he samples that, and then in the beginning of the song, that's when the beat drops, and then he just rips the fucking mic. All right. Track 3, Just Maintain, pretty dope. That's a pretty dope song. I really like that joint a lot. Just another braggadocio track too. Track 4, Eyes May Shine. That was actually the last single off the album. That was the third and final single off the album. Because like I said, there's 3 singles off the album. Eyes May Shine, nothing to it. Just like, another braggadocious track. Track 5, Positively Negative. That features that's with King T. It's kind of like, like the bad meets Eve, like the good angel, the devil type of track, where not in that sense, but like kind of like one artist plays the negative side, and one artist play the positive side. So in this case, King T, he plays the negative, whereas Xzibit plays the positive, and that is kind of like a back and forth type of thing. It's always about the ills of the streets, like how these kids nowadays, like they just try to grow up too young, man. They try to grow up too quick, just trying to be on the streets, want to be drinking and all that shit, doing things they're not really supposed to be doing. And then, stuff like that. And then Xzibit's just saying, like, yo, you need to do better than that. Things like that. That's what I got off from that track. Track 6, Don't Hate Me, Interlude. Which is one of the biggest gripes I have with this album. Is, like, some of the interludes on this album, the beats for them shits are so ill. But he wasted those beats. And I kind of wanted him to like at least do like a freestyle to it, you know what I mean? But yeah, I didn't get that, man. It's just him just talking and stuff like that, and like that shit bothers me, man. It's just like really kills me, man. Like I hate when artists do that, but it's kind of cool because it kind of makes you more interested. Like I think artists do that on purpose because they know people don't listen to the lyrics at first hand. They obviously just listen to the beat. So they first listen to the beat, then they listen to the lyrics. Some people are different. Some people check for the lyrics, then they look for the beats. Me personally, I check for the beats first, then I go to the lyrics. That's just me. I'm pretty sure most of my subscribers are the same way. Some might be the opposite. You know what I'm saying? But I think the artists do that because they know the audience is obviously gonna try to look for the nicest beat. So it kind of forces them to just listen and kind of not just listen to the beat, like not just focus on lyrics, just listen to the beat. But it kind of like a trick, kind of like tricking the audience in a sense. That's what I get from that. It's a dope concept though. I like when artists do that, but I hate at the same time because they waste a good beat. That's just my opinion. But he could have killed that beat. Track 7, Paparazzi, which was the first single of the album. Dope video, by the way. Before I forgot to mention the Eyes May Shine remix with Mobb Deep. Whoo! Like the Havoc remix. Oh my god! I'll post that down in the description box. But anyways, excuse me, Paparazzi. It just tells about how a lot of artists at that time, even to this day, is like that's what I like about music from the 90s. Like the shit that they talk about then, it applies to now, so it's relevant. You know what I mean? Where he talks about how MCs or just people in general just kind of go for the fame, for the money and the fame, instead for the hunger and the passion. And that's what he talks about. He's just saying like how I don't need the fame, I don't need the fashion. Just give me my props and keep it moving. I just want to be a regular person. And that's what he talks about in Paparazzi. Very dope video, very beautiful. You just see him, rocking the ill Helly Hansen jacket. He's on the beach. He had the orchestra in the beach and shit like that, playing the beat. It's very dope. I really like that. That's pretty dope, pretty solid. That was like I said, the first single off the album. Track 8, The Foundation. The Foundation is pretty much a dedication to his 2-year-old son. So just bigging up his son and stuff like that. There's a video for that too. I'll post that down in the description box. Very dope, heartfelt type of song. Track 9, Mrs. Crabtree, Interlude. Again, another dope beat that he wasted. You know what I mean? Pisses me off. I hate that shit, man. But it is what it is. Track 10, Bird's Eye View. That's featuring the Alcoholics. Tash, J. Roll, E Swift and stuff like that. It's just like it's a posse cut track. You know, he just, you know, they just ripping tracks. He's just saying like how he did it illest and stuff like that. But yeah, Xzibit and Alcoholics, they have such a dope chemistry, and it's a shame they don't make music together no more. Because I believe after this his second album, 40 Days and 40 Nights, they had like a falling out. I read somewhere they had like a falling out. I guess because like, you know, Xzibit, since he exceeded success wise, whereas they kind of went more underground. I guess they felt like he kind of forgot them. You know, just left them in the dust. Like, oh, you underground niggas, you low level type niggas. Like, I'm not saying that he said that, but that's just like, you know, based on what I read, that's, I guess, like his feeling towards them. And then, you know, I don't know if they ever like, you know, fixed that relationship up or whatever. I don't know if they made the differences. I'm not really sure about that, but it's pretty fucked up. But I hope they, you know, get back together and make more music because they're pretty dope. But like I said, track 10, Bird's Eye View. That's a posse cut Xzibit featuring the Alcoholics. They do their thing on that joint right there. That was a song produced by Diamond D. Diamond D back in '96, he was definitely making a lot of noise. It was a busy year for him. He produced for like, you know, Xzibit obviously. He did the Solo Nice remix, fucking dope. He produced for this Fugees for the self-titled song, The Score, off the second album, The Score. Yeah, it was just a dope year for him. But anyways, getting back to this album, track 11, Hit and Run Part 2. There's a Hit and Run Part 1 that was featured on, like I mentioned before, it was actually featured on the Coast to Coast album that was released in 1995. That was released on Alcoholic's second album, Coast to Coast. He was actually featured on that song. That was actually his first appearance on Wax. So got Big Pun playing, you know what I mean? Rest in peace, Big Pun. Hit and Run Part 2. The song starts off where like his boy calls him. His boy calls him up like, yo, what's up? What you doing? Yo, I'm just chilling. His boy calls up Xzibit. Like, yo, what's up? What you doing? I'm just here chilling. Nothing, just chilling. You know what I mean? It's like, yo, you know what I'm saying? Got some shit going down. You know what I mean? Like, yo, you know, got some licks, got the trees, and I got the bitches. Like, oh shit. And then Xzibit getting all hyped. Like, oh shit, what's good? What do you want me to bring? He's like, nah, just bring yourself. And it just begins, you know, like just talk about his story going to his boy's crib and stuff like that. Kind of like a movie. Like, I could just see like how, you know, Xzibit just, you know, gets off the phone, changes his clothes. There's like a slow motion scene going to his boy's crib, and then he meets up. He goes to his boy's crib. It's all open arms towards Xzibit. He's getting all this love. You know, he's drinking, he's getting high, all that shit, and then he just hitting and quitting it. You know what I mean? And that's pretty much the whole basis of the song. Like, you know, just meeting with some chicks, meeting with chicks, and you know, hitting and quitting it. Yo, just don't fall in love. Just not trying to wipe these chicks up. Just hitting and quitting it. Just having your fun. She has her fun. You have your fun. Keep it moving, and that's the whole basis of the song. You know what I mean? So, and all my dudes can relate to that. I can relate to that. You all have fun. You know what I mean? Sometimes we don't even want to be in a relationship. We just want to have fun. You know what I'm saying? But it's unfortunate. Some guys, you know, they have a relationship and they kind of take advantage of that, and they still want to play that, you know, bad boy, that player type, and it always ends up biting them in the ass and stuff like that. So. Because, you know, players, you know, they end up being alone, you know what I mean? So guys don't fall into that. I mean, I could understand if you was single and then you play the bachelor life, then yeah, I could understand. But if you were with a girl, a good girl, I mean, this is not right, because what she was doing that shit to you, you know, you wouldn't like that. So, but getting off topic, track 12, Carry the Weight. That's actually a pretty decent, pretty interesting track. What I got up from that song, that's pretty much like an autobiography of Xzibit, you know, where he talks about how his father was a preacher, but then, you know, he kind of left it because, you know, he grew up with his with his mother and his father, and with his siblings. But then his father left the family because he wanted to pursue a career as a pastor. So I guess like the family was a distraction to him, so he left. So his mother ended up ended up raising Xzibit and his other siblings by herself. Times was hard. She ended up dying, and so Xzibit and his siblings ended up going going to his father. His father by that time, excuse me, ended up actually getting remarried at that time. But then while he was living with his father, he was getting into a lot of bullshit. He was getting into a lot of run-ins with the laws, hanging with the wrong crowd, things of that nature, and stuff like that. And so because of that, his father had enough, and he was like, nah, fuck that. I can't have you, jeopardizing my livelihood, my life and my family's life. So you gotta go live with your sister. So his sister, his older sister at the time, was actually living in California, and so he actually moved to California with his sister, and then that's when he kind of learned how to rap. That's when he started doing the rapping thing. But in the song, he actually talks about how his brother taught him how to the scrap and all that shit. Just the stuff that he knows now, he learned from the streets. Just kind of like a survival of the fittest type of thing. That's what I got from that track. It's pretty cool. Track 13, Plastic Surgery, that features Razzcast and Sapphire. Shout out to them. Dope MCs, very underrated. Again, like I said, Sapphire, I hope you get better, please. By the way, I gotta do a review of his debut album, Boxcar Sessions. Definitely gotta do a review on that. But anyways, Plastic Surgery, what I got from that is pretty much they're using plastic surgery, just saying on this whack MC, yo, gotta fix you up. He just talked about what they would do to they get this whack MC, right? This is just my perception of it. It's just based on the lyrics. Pretty much they get this whack ass nigga, this whack MC who can't rap for shit. Fix him up, they do everything. They fix him and they customize him. They give him some ill lyrics. It's just kind of you're building up your own customized cars and shit like that. And that's what I got from that. Just using plastic surgery. You're doing a plastic surgery on somebody, but in lyrical form, in rhyme form, if that makes sense. Where you need to fix your rhymes and shit like that, but you need to fix your eyes, fix your lips. But they're talking about your lyrics, you know what I mean? Because there's a lot of bullshit MCs out there that spit bullshit and then that just get away with it and they just make the Hall of Fame. But they talk about yo, you better spit your shit, you'll step your rhyme games up. And that's what I got from that. Too. But they also talk about plastic surgery too. For example, Razzcast, he had a line where he says I like a fat girl with low self-esteem. I think that's what he was the originator of that, because I've heard that before, but I never know who said that before. So I think Razzcast said that, and he was just saying yo, I like a fat girl with low self-esteem, 215 pounds. Oh man, it's funny. But I could relate, because I like my chicks thick, you know what I'm saying? But and things like that. So okay, we got you. We need to fix you the perfect girl and stuff like that. It's pretty dope. Track 14, Enemies and Friends. It's self-explanatory. It's pretty much talking about keep your enemies close, friends close. Keep your enemies closer. Just don't trust anybody. Even your friends can be your worst enemy, because let's be for real. Some of our friends we tell our deepest secrets to. And then you guys might have a falling out, and then they just ended up using that shit on you, just doing turning the tables on you. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I got from that joint too. And Track 15, Last Words, is another interlude. It's pretty much, you know, him like saying the shout outs on a beat and stuff like that. And that's it, man. That's it for that, man. And my thoughts on the album, very good album, man. This is a very dope album. By far, in my opinion, is definitely his best album in my opinion. I don't care what nobody says. Like, you know, a lot of people might not give this album a chance because because he's pretty much tainted over the whole Pimp My Ride MTV show, and it's fucked up because that's not what he's all about. You know, he's about lyrics, he's about MCing. Like, I just wish people would just give him a chance as an MC. Now his newer stuff I don't really care for, but the stuff before that, man, I mean, shit, man. I mean, this dude is when he was rhyming. This is before he was really serious. He wasn't really on that goofy shit. You know what I'm saying? The beats are dope. The production was perfect for Xzibit. Like I said, this is an MC's album. You know what I mean? This is dope beats, dope lyrics, dope shit, man. And you guys like West Coast hip hop, but also like East Coast hip hop. Even though, in my opinion, this album has more of an East Coast feel more so than a West Coast vibe to it, but it's like West Coast boom bap. But you guys know what I'm trying to say. But yeah, man, highly recommend it. I don't know if this album's out of print, but I know it's a little hard to find. But you shouldn't pay you know, top dollar for this album. If you find this in stores, I highly recommend this shit right here, man. Great album, very underrated. Like I said, definitely check out the Eyes May Shine remix with Mobb Deep, fucking sick. And there's also a remix. He also has another remix, the Eyes May Shine, where he uses the Fat Joe's The Shit Is Real remix, the Primo remix. But I don't know if that was an official single or what. I'm not sure. I think that was the B-side for the Eyes May Shine, the original, and then the B-side was the you know, the Shit Is Real version. But yeah, man, hope you guys enjoyed that review. Like I said, give this album a chance. You would not be disappointed. If you guys like West Coast hip hop, you like lyricism, you like boom bap, you like dark beats, highly recommend it, man. Yeah, and that's it, folks. Hope you guys enjoyed that review. Peace.